Hey everybody, this is Dr. Venus, your Black Women Millionaires Mentor. I am tired. At least it's saying I'm tired, so it must be official, because if we're saying it, it must be true. We're back in Dallas. We just came from Durham. Durham was off the chain. It was ridiculous, in the best sense of the word. And I feel like, have you ever been so tired you feel drunk? You know, like you're like, oh my, right? So that's how I feel. But it will pass. Okay. Hey baby, glad you're here. I want to take a few minutes with you because I got some things I want to share with you. I want to debrief Durham with you. I probably should have put that in the title. Thank you, Dewan. I love you for that. Dewan to say welcome home. That was sweet. Because it's interesting. That was our fourth tour stop on the Black Woman Millionaire Tour, and it was amazing. No, it's crazy. We had brothers who love us in the house, and it was like 5 of them that were, what the hell, right? So it's kind of badass. But I wanted to take a few minutes because we're on the ride back home from the airport, and come tomorrow, a whole nother game. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'll brief you on that a little later. But let me just talk to you a bit about Durham. Hi everybody, welcome. I see you here. Let me know who's here. Just say hi to me so I can see you. Okay. So we've done Atlanta, Memphis, Detroit, and now Durham. Okay. And it's been extraordinary. It's been beautiful. Hey baby, how you doing, Dallin? Is that my Dallin? Is that my Dallin? I don't know. We have a Dallin, one of our team members. He's a social media beast. His name is Dallin. He's the only Dallin I have. So I'm like, oh my God, Dallin's here. Hi, Dallin. Okay, so we've done 4 tour stops. And Durham, I'm gonna tell you, of all the tour stops, Durham, we literally sold out early. We had to add extra seats for Durham. Okay. And hey Janice, glad you're here. Yes. Hi, Dallin. He said, yes, it's your Dallin. So, he said hi. It was a great space. It was a great event. And my team was there. My mom was there. Nana was there, y'all. My mom, the 9th grade math teacher who saved my life, she was there. So it was great to have her in the space. A little nervous when my mom was sitting in the room, like, oh. But it was really cool. And I'm just thinking through, one of the things I want to share with you is that one of the things I do with my team is that I feed my team, right? So I pour into my team just like I pour into my high-end clients. And one of the things I was saying to one of my team members that I want to share with you is this, and I want you to keep it in mind. And I know this is not necessarily what you may have thought. I probably should have set this up better because I didn't set it up beautiful. But there's a distinction between punishing people and letting people know the impact, specifically when you're building your business. Hey, Deborah, glad you're here, Mama. For those of you, I say hi, everybody. I forgot. I'm Dr. Venus, your Black Women Millionaires Mentor. Let me tell you who I am so you know, like, who's the chick who's fussing at me, right? By the time I was 16 years old, I was living on the streets, eating out of trash cans and sleeping in piss and beer. It was my 9th grade math teacher, Nana, the one who was here, who literally saved my life. And it's because of her love and what I call her tangible support that I eventually graduated from Stanford University with a 2nd master's and Ph.D. I have 4 degrees. We took all the survival that kept me alive on the streets, turned it into a system that fast-tracked us to the $1 million mark in less than 3 years. Our company, Define Possible, has done $4 million in the last 5 years, actually more than that. And we're on track to double what we did in 5 years in 1. And we have a TV show that's being pitched right now. Let me see what else. I'm executive producing, I'm starring in it. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's enough, but they're saying all that for people who are new to me, so you're like, who's this chick? Hi, Deborah. And I have a sweet spot specifically for Black women, purpose-driven Black women, who've walked through life's fire and bear the scars. I'm really, really good at teaching you how to break your first million on your own terms pretty quickly within a few years, okay? So for those of you who are new to me, let me tell you, that's who I am. Back to my story. So we're in Durham. Life is beautiful. We have sold out a bit early. We had to add more seats. It was bananas. It was great. I looked stunning. You should see my outfit. It's somewhere around on Facebook, okay? Oh, happy Easter, Dr. Venus and tribe members. Thank you, Jewel. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy Resurrection Day. And it was a beautiful event. I think in my opinion, it probably was one of my best. It's probably because I think I get better with practice, and I changed my slides, and and I added a new conversation. That's a whole nother level. And this one was actually recorded. Not all of it, but some of it. And so, because I just needed to do some things. But all I have to say, I'll tell you what happened. I was pouring into my team, okay? And one of my boys was talking. We were talking about some things. And this whole conversation came up. Oh, yes, Troy. Yes. Yes, Troy. Yes. Troy jumped on. Hi, Troy. Anyhow, I was talking about one of my team members, one of these cool dudes, man. Cool ass dude. We're talking about impact versus punishment, right? And that way, Troy, what you waiting for, Troy? And so we were talking about some things, and I really just love this brother's word. I love his brain, smart as hell, just brilliant. And I mean, that's not hyperbole. And he has a lot of what I call emotional intelligence, right? And so I listen to him because I want to hear how he sees the world, right? I want to understand our brothers. I want to understand how it feels for them, what they go through. And so we were talking, just shooting the shit, really, just talking to things. And we started talking about relationships. Now, this is something this is for those who came to the earlier tour stops. I added some new stuff that comes later just because I keep reinventing things. And one of the things that I was talking about in Durham was love, romantic love between different people, okay? And also, I was also talking about, for those of you who don't know me, my wife's a woman, and I love her with my whole heart, and I love God, and I'm not giving either one of them up. So I'm real cool with people leaving me. It's okay. I respect your walk, and I'm just requesting you respect mine. We have a very inclusive environment. So I was setting the stage at Durham about that, and this brother was giving me he was giving me love about it. He was talking about how his language is beast. He was talking about how, and I know this Easter Sunday, so I'm gonna be soft with it, but he was just saying that different people have different approaches to communicating their faith, and different people have different approaches to communicating when they are talking to their loved ones, okay? No, well, thank you, Gabs. I love you back. And so we're talking about this notion of punishing people and impact. So let me tell you what I mean. I did this conversation, it was a creative conversation, something I've done research on. Just think about it. Ph.D. from Stanford. I'm a theorist, y'all. All I do all day is think. I should tell you I curse. Forgot that one. Shit. I curse, I cry, and I pray, sometimes in the same breath. For those who allude to me, either love me through it or go away. Nothing bad with you. I just know I'm good. It took me 30 years to get free. It took me 30 years to be myself. I'm not going to go back in the box, And so we were in Durham, and I don't know how we got there. I just know that someone said something to me, and I got pissed. And I wasn't mad at them, but I was mad at the survival, right? And I had this whole conversation around how Black men love, right? And how it's different when he gets hurt than when we get hurt. I think as women, when we get hurt, there's hope. You can work your way back in. You know what I'm saying? When a certain way. But when a Black man gets hurt, that shit is done. It's like the door closed. It's like, it's just like, and he can't turn it back because somehow or another, by virtue of the history of slavery in North America, he's fashioned in a certain way, just like we're fashioned in a certain way. And so I was breaking down this distinction between how, because of the institution of slavery, Black men have certain needs and Black women have certain needs, and when those two survival strategies collide, it creates breakdown. And I don't know what I said, but I know I said some shit, and thank God it's recorded because I know I said something. But somebody said something to me in the room, and I don't know how I got there. I really don't, y'all. I really can't remember. But they said something, and I just, all I said I told them to stop, don't roll the tape, to stop, turn the tape off. Just turn it off because I'm about to say some shit. And I don't want no record of it, right? And because outside of context, if you don't understand the context of what I'm speaking about, it could be turned into different things. And so it was because of the conversation. Oh, so thank you for whoever sent me a heart. Thank you for that. we were talking about love relationships. And so when me and my dude, we were talking, and we're talking about how do you fight. Now, he doesn't say like this is my language, not his. You know, how do you fight? When you love somebody, how do you fight? Now, some of us, when we fight, we leave. Some of us, when we fight, we cry. Some of us, when we fight, we get pointed. We start saying nasty little things, right? Some of us, when we fight, we go silent. You see what I'm saying? And one of the things I've discovered is this, and this is the whole shut down. Some of us shut down, but this is what I want y'all to hear. I know it's a long setup, but let me help you understand this. When somebody loves you, okay, and you know they love you. I'm not talking about the people or the in-between people, okay? I'm just talking about if you know your boo thing loves you, that you know that. And I don't care, it doesn't matter to me. What if you know that person loves you and they're doing stuff that you don't like, you have a couple of options. You could either flex, you could leave, you can punish, or you can show them the impact. Now, if you're anything like me, I punish. You know what I'm saying? I take my love away. First I'll point the finger. That's the first thing I'll do. I'll point the finger, and then I'll build up a lot of evidence to prove to you, well, I'm right and you're wrong, right? And that doesn't really work in a relationship because you're gonna have to live with that person for the rest of your life. And one of the things I've discovered is this. You can point the finger, you can blame, and you can punish people. And there's different ways to punish. You know, sometimes as a woman, we sometimes punish people by withholding sex. It happens. I've done it, you know. Or we punish by being very critical. It happens. I've done it. Okay? Rest assured, I've done it. But this is the thing that I've learned. And to be fair, I learned it from my wife. I can't even claim it, you know. It's not even mine. But one of the things I love about Lisa is that Lisa doesn't punish me, even when I'm awful, and she has a right to. And it's trained me in something, because this is what she does that helps me emotionally mature so I can be present to our love, is this. She shows me the impact of my shittiness on her, okay? She lets me, and now Lisa's not a talker. She's not gonna, Lisa, that's not her thing. She's not a verbal communicator, all right? But what she'll do is, let's say, this is so fucked up. So check this out. When I first started making money, I didn't know how to handle it. And so I started to drink. Now, because I'm from the streets, I'm thinking if I'm drinking wine, I'm good. Because it's not Bad Dog 2020. It's not in a brown paper bag. I'm feeling like I'm good. Are you laughing? No, I drop his line like he's not listening, y'all, but he started laughing. I'm like, whatever. Anyway, but you understand, right? No, because in my mind, if I'm not drinking, I mean, seriously, if it's not, you know, in the brown paper bag, I'm feeling kind of sophisticated. And my first set of clients were white men, rich white men. And the way white men make friends is they pay for drinks. This is a very street moment, y'all. Love me through this. As a black person from the streets, if they buy alcohol, I'm drinking every fucking thing, okay? They buy it, I'm drinking. I mean, that's just a straight up street. Think of it as a different vernacular, okay? And so I started drinking alcohol, right? And the thing is, I come from a family of addicts. Just for the record, alcoholism is a disease. It is not a choice. Rest assured, no one chooses the good shit face and fuck up their family, right? And so I didn't know it at the time, but because I have a history, my bloodline, we have some things going on, I'm prone, right? And so I was drinking wine, thinking I'm sophisticated, and I felt insecure because they were rich and I wasn't rich, and they were white and I'm black and I'm a girl and they're boys. So I'm trying to feel like I'm equal. Do you understand? I'm trying to feel something. And I started to drink more, you know, and I started to drink more. I didn't think anything of it, you know, I'm just relaxing. And no, Lisa's a beast. Lisa's a beast. And so I was drinking and I didn't think too much of it, but Lisa's living with me and I'm not catching it. And so I didn't really catch it until I was in the car drinking a bottle of wine out of a brown paper bag. I mean, how do you get to that, you know? And so I'm like, shit. And so I came home. I wasn't drunk. I wasn't fucked up. I didn't trash anything. It wasn't like that. I don't do it that way. That's not how mine looks. I came home. I didn't say nothing. And maybe a couple of days later, I want you to hear this. I wasn't even drinking, right? But Lisa and I had gotten into a fight. And we had one of those silent fights. It wasn't a verbal rah, 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 rah. Lisa don't fight. She won't do it. Lisa won't fight. She don't raise her voice. She don't do none of that, right? But what happened was I was coming at her energetically. I was saying some shit in my mind and acted it out in my attitude. And Lisa did two things that pissed me off. The first thing she did was she put on some music. Okay? No, y'all, this is so beast mode. This is some gangster shit. She put on Bonnie Raitt, no, Prince's I Can't Make You Love Me. What the hell? So now I gotta deal with the lyrics of the song talking to me like don't patronize me. Y'all should listen to this song, okay? So now I'm mad because she's talking to me through the song, okay? This was about 10 years ago. It was early in our relationship. And then she took out this, and this is when I lost my shit, okay? AA has this little bookmark that has the 12 steps on it, okay? I don't know where the hell she got this bookmark from, y'all. I'm like, where the hell you get a bookmark from? How she even have this in her possession? I don't even know. But she took the bookmark and she put it on the counter next to the song, to the boom box where the song is playing. So now I whatever sensibility I had, I lost it. I just said, oh, you trying to say, and so I just got ugly with it, right? She just sat there, she listened to me. And I said, I was awful. I was really awful, right? And she didn't say anything. But then she went into the bathroom and she cried. And I could hear her crying through the door. And I couldn't, and so I'm like, okay, so I didn't know what to do, right? But I made her cry. And so I sat back down and I looked at the song was over. I just wanted to I really just wanted to throw the fucking boombox out the window. But the bookmark was there. So I started reading it, I read the thing and I was like, all right, well, I'm not drinking. So how can she say that, And, but she was crying. And so, I said, okay, Lisa, you want to go to a meeting? That's the best I had at the time, right? And so she just nodded. And so that next day we went to Al-Anon. Those are for people, the siblings and all that, right? It was too lightweight. Next day after that, she took me to an AA meeting and I sat in the back of the room and I just cried. Because they were saying everything that I had done or experienced, And so we went to AA for a year, every week for a year. And Lisa stopped drinking because she didn't want to have it around me. You see what I'm saying? But it took us a year. And in that year, I started to learn how to look at the impact of my actions, my tone, what I say, what I don't say, how I say it, when I say it. I started getting real mindful of the impact of me on her. You see what I'm saying? And it made me very sensitive to people in a whole different way. And so we have a dry house. We don't drink. I don't know if I'm an alcoholic or not. I have tendencies, so we don't fuck with it. And so I don't even try, so we don't drink. We've been dry since March 8th, 2011. But for those of you who don't understand the power of letting someone you love see the impact, and it wasn't manipulative. She wasn't trying to cry to show me. It wasn't that. She received all my heat, and then instead of her lashing out, she took it and she processed it herself. Do you see what I'm saying?